Hello, everybody. Wow, what an amazing masterclass so far. It's been really inspirational, and we're just so excited to take over and give you some of our experience and talk a little bit about our niche in the fitness and lifestyle as well as pet realms. So, my name is Matt. This is my lovely wife, Maria, and we got into UGC together. And everything that we do now, we have our own little business here. I started off as well, as you can see here, fitness and lifestyle creators is kind of our specialty. A while ago, I was a personal trainer. And so that's kind of where the whole fitness thing came into. A lot of stuff that we talk about in these master classes is authenticity, right? And so the way that we got into fitness was very authentic, as I was a personal trainer and Maria was a holistic health nutritionist. So we, went with what we knew. And here we are. How many years later?
Around 2 years
2 years later.
That little girl that you guys see in the picture, she loved the camera. And as Christy just mentioned, sometimes you don't need to look for it. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. No, sometimes you need to let that to come to you. And our dog, she started loving the camera and naturally that came out. So basically the pet parents idea and content creation has been wonderful. And if anyone wants to look for us, they add on social media everywhere. It's My Truly Fit Life because that's our main business. So My Truly Fit Life.
How do you stand out in a saturated fitness space? I mean, it's tough, honestly. It can be really tough because, as the question says, it is saturated, right?
It is crazy. Sometimes you just scrolling on social media and you see so many influencers doing workouts or lifestyle content related to fitness, right? So do you do your reps? That's the funny question here, right? Do your reps, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to focus on real stories, right? Real stories beat perfect physiques every single time. A lot of people think that being in the fitness space is all about aesthetics and the way that you look and everything like that. But that's just not true. It's about honesty and clarity. So if you can tell a real story, you're going to stand out more than everybody with those perfect physiques every single time.
Totally. More than that is the experience, right? Live what you promote. It's not exactly you just got something, you like it because it looks fancy or just because it's so popular or it's in the hype right now on social media. Sometimes you need to be honest, try the product, as Christy just mentioned before, put it to work. She tried that little microphone. Whatever you're promoting, if you're in the industry of fitness, try it, everything, because there's so many things that you need to realize before to recommend it to somebody else, right?
Absolutely. And also make it personal. Be transparent about your journey. It's not just about the results, right? As talked about a few times already, hit the pain points, right? Talk about the pain points, talk about your journey, be transparent about your journey. So let's say hypothetically, we're talking about NAD plus, right? And how I've lacked all this energy and I can't focus and I'm not clear on what I'm supposed to do and all these other things. You got to take that and you need to transform it into that's why I started to take NAD plus because I needed to change all of these things that were wrong, and then here's the result. All right. So it's not just about that final result, but it's about taking them through that journey and being transparent about the journey.
And be specific, right? Because generic price sometimes it equals an ad and a specificity for trust. So we wanted to share this ad. We continue with the example for the NAD plus. We want to share in this ad, but we want to create trust. We want people that it's watching that video, they're like, oh, good, I need that because I'm going through that. So we're related to that. And then people feel credibility from the person that is just saying that. So while you say that in that part, how you do it?
Specificity equals trust. What do you mean exactly?
How do you tell our audience today if they want to create an ad that they feel that trust? How can I explain that to them?
Well, I mean, I start off with the pain points, what's going on in my life, why I think I need some type of solution, and then I go into the solution. This is so and so. This is health and wellness NAD plus. I started taking it, and here's the difference. Here's what I see. Be specific about that because again, specificity equals trust.
Totally. So here is like a little quote. We try to look perfect, perfect lighting, perfect physique, perfect presentation, but perfection doesn't convert. Authenticity does. So I love that part because, so I'm from Costa Rica and my main language is Spanish. And sometimes I get like so like afraid sometimes because my English is not perfect. So at the beginning I was trying like to sound like too perfect or things like that. And later was like, you know what? I need to embrace my accent. I need to embrace like myself and then be more authentic in the videos with my Spanglish. And guys, you have no idea the difference. So if here's any creator that it's from any country that the main language is not English, embrace that. Embrace your accent, embrace like if you're Spanish or German or any other language, embrace that because that will bring more authenticity to your content.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, we can't say it enough. Perfection doesn't convert, but authenticity does. And ever since Maria started to really dive into that authenticity and really dove into, okay, this is how I speak, this is natural for me. The jobs that you've been getting have been twofold. I mean, we started getting so much, not only for you individually, but for couples content as well, you know? So just again, be authentic. So spot the difference here, okay? And hint is that the difference is not the product, it's the person that you're talking to. Okay. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to see if you guys can guess what product I'm talking about in the chat here. Okay. So, number one, for the newbie, we're going to talk about low pressure strength training you can do in your living room. No gym memberships, no judgment, no idea what you're doing. It's the same as everyone else at the start. And then for the veteran, you use it for accessory work, CNS priming, joint stability, and active recovery. The secret weapon that elite lifters use to protect their longevity and keep lifting longer. So I'm going to tell you right now, the product here doesn't change, but the message does. Know your target audience. So if you're talking to a newbie, let me ask you guys this. Can anybody guess what kind of product we're talking about here? Does anybody have any idea what we're talking about? I'm going to give you a second to answer. Remember, low pressure strength training that you can do in your living room when you're talking about newbies. Bands, there we go. Good guess on the app, but this is bands. We're talking about bands. So again, the product didn't change here. What changed is the way that we're talking about it. Okay. So for the new person, that low pressure strength training that you can do anywhere. You don't need a gym membership. You don't have any judgment, no idea what you're doing. That is totally okay. And then for the veteran, you're talking about accessory work, CNS priming, joint stability, active recovery. It's like the secret weapon. Okay. So one more time, I'm going to emphasize the point. It's not about the product. The product doesn't change. It's about who you're talking to, the person that you're talking to.
And also, I love here in the comments, like Joanne said, do you think I should learn to do better in my native language or focus more to learn English? So definitely like learn English because like the market is really, really big. But you don't know that. You probably need to see, okay, what's the main point? Right now, there's some brands in my language that I can go and have both together. Sometimes like there's so many brands that they want like have a bilingual like different creators. So or even like in Spanish and English. We have so many videos that I do in Spanish and Matt do in English. And then if you have the opportunity to have them in your native language, go ahead, try it.
Yeah, absolutely. See what works, you know? And don't forget that brands hire pros and follower count is not what makes you a pro. So think about the psychology of a product. So in the fitness industry specifically, you could be talking about supplements, you could be talking about apparel, you could be talking about equipment. What you want to do is shift the angle to think about or to talk about the psychology of the product, right? So if you're talking about supplements, you want to talk about consistency, you want to talk about ease of implementation, you want to talk about how it's so simple to put into your routine. If you're talking about apparel, you want to talk about comfort and confidence. If you're talking about equipment, you want to talk about before and after and performance. Remember, based on the psychology of the product and what you're talking about, you can be within the same niche. You just have to shift the angle.
And then we have like reliability, on time, on brief, on brand. Remember, we're here for the brand. The brand has like a deadline. Always remember that or ask. Sometimes they need you to ask for it because they could be new in the industry or also like they have a brief, a guideline. So sometimes we're following what they want. So ask the brand what they want exactly. Brands don't want personalities who goes after their contract. Oh, I received the contract, boom, I disappear. Like professionalism. We want to follow like the rules, right? We want to be pros. We want to be good at what we're doing. We have a deadline to follow. We want to get a guideline to follow. They want pros who deliver. So we always need to be on top of what we're doing because we want to be pro. We don't want to be like left with a bad review, or we don't want to like exactly like just sign a contract and then not follow what they exactly ask for. So be on brand and be prepared for what they asking you to do.
And be reliable, okay? And then always remember that originality converts. Strong hooks, clear stories, good audio and lighting. It's not this changed my life, but why you use it, what you notice, and who it's for, right? We don't just say, this is amazing. This is absolutely awesome. No, it's why did we start to use it in the first place? What did we notice after we started to use it? And always make sure that the audience knows who it's for. Make sure that you're getting your target audience every single time and be original with it.
Totally. And then if you don't have all the equipment necessarily like to have like a pro video, remember, this is UGC. Brands want authenticity, right? So use the daylight. Start recording next to a window. So there, and actually in the past masterclass through JoinBrands, we talk a lot of different like accessories that you can get and will help your videos to improve so much. Little changes can make your video and the content quality much better.
Absolutely. The mix tape methods. How do we stay consistent without sounding like a broken record? Well, that's a difficult question, I think. And really, the answer is that we rotate formats intentionally. So one day might be educational. Some other days are lifestyle based. Some are more behind the scenes and some are light and humorous. So we really try to rotate to make sure, intentionally rotate so that we can stay consistent without sounding like a broken record,
Yeah.
because it can get really difficult, honestly.
I mean, and here we go. Like, I don't know, you guys, if you're star in the UGC world recently or you've been like for a long term, but sometimes you're like, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to post, or like asking ChatGPT ideas to keep on top of my content and everything. Like, it gets overwhelmed, right? How many times we get overwhelmed? So many times.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's
Happens so
honesty.
quickly.
Yeah. So a way to be authentic or a way to not get bored or way to not get like super overwhelmed, like try different things. Like the behind the scenes can be super fun. Like sometimes falls or sometimes like
Yeah.
bloopers or you don't even know like or teach people. So you are good in something. So there is where you educate your audience and everything. And ask the brands what kind of content they want. They want something more funny or they want something more in the day in the lifestyle video, or like just humorous or something like you feel more authentic about it. So what kind of niche are you in now?
And remember, it's about showing up with clarity and intention over time. Super important.
And enjoy the process. It's a
Yes.
beautiful. I mean, we've been here for 2 years and
We're
I
loving it.
won't lie to you guys. It's a whole roller coaster. Just put your seatbelts and go ahead. And if today is a day that you're like, oh no, I don't feel like doing it, keep up because tomorrow will be a better day. And there's so many brands waiting for you.
So many
Your
opportunities.
creativity, the opportunities, they will get to you. And it's amazing. And sometimes it's just keep knocking the doors,
That's
right?
right. Stay consistent.
Yeah, just stay consistent, keep it up. And if you have any questions or anything, just hit us on my Truly Fit Live and we would love to connect with you guys.
Absolutely.